Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much, Steph. I will start today with a trip announcement for you. The President of the General Assembly, Mr. Dennis Francis, will undertake official visit to the Republic of Singapore from 18 to 19 July. During his stay, the PGA is scheduled to hold bilateral meetings with key leaders of Singapore, including President, His Excellency Mr. Tharman Shanmugaratnam, Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, His Excellency Mr. Lawrence Wong, and Minister for Foreign Affairs, Her Excellency Dr. Vivian Balakrishnan. His itinerary also includes site visits to Marina Barrage, Punggol Regional Library, Singapore Council of Women's Organizations, and the UNDP Global Center for Technology, Innovation and Sustainable Development. Additionally, the PGA will participate in a roundtable dialogue at the St. Rajaratnam School of International Studies with members of the academic community in Singapore. As acknowledgement of Singapore's leadership of the Forum of Small States, the visit highlights the critical role that small states play in the multilateral system and their contributions to the work program of the United Nations, including in addressing global challenges such as climate change and sea level rise. Throughout his engagements, the PGA will also discuss the importance of digital inclusivity and access and how rapid digital transformations can be leveraged to achieve our collective goals of peace, progress, prosperity, and sustainability, ensuring no one is left behind. The PGA's delegation includes his chef de cabinet, an advisor to the Human Rights and Humanitarian Affairs team, a communications advisor, and a security officer. Travel costs for the visit to Singapore are jointly covered by the OPJ's Trust Fund and the Government of the Republic of Singapore. The President of the General Assembly condemns the attack against the Al-Mawasi area near Khan Younis in the southwest of Gaza on Saturday, which killed over 90 people and left hundreds injured. The PJ reiterated his call for the immediate end of violence in the region and a diplomatic solution to this conflict. The PGA is shocked and distressed at the attempted assassination of the former President Donald Trump during a campaign speech over the weekend in the city of Butler in the state of Pennsylvania. The PGA says that whether in domestic or international politics, violence and hostility have no place in the conduct of political affairs. It is in the nature of life and of politics that we have differing views and opinions about fundamental issues affecting people. Such differences, however, ought never to make us enemies of our neighbors and interlocutors. On behalf of the General Assembly of the United Nations, Mr. Francis wishes President Trump a full and speedy recovery and equally speedy return to the former president's activities on the hustings. The GA president also would like to express his deepest condolences to the family of Mr. Corey Comparatori, who lost his life on Saturday. The PGA wishes a speedy recovery to the people who were injured during that tragic event. And this morning, President Francis addressed the high-level segment of the Economic and Social Council, ECOSOC, and the opening of the ministerial segment of high-level political forum in the General Assembly Hall. This year, the theme is reinforcing the 2030 agenda and eradicating poverty in times of multiple crises, the effective delivery of sustainable, resilient, and innovative solutions. The PGA stressed the need for accelerated action to implement the Sustainable Development Goals for people and planet. He said that the theme leads to the urgency of finding sustainable, resilient, and innovative solutions that would enable us to effectively deliver on our 2030 commitments, because deliver we must. Only 70% of the 17 global goals are on track. More on the PGA's speech on his website. I have two more notes for you. President Francis chaired an informal meeting of the GA to celebrate the Nelson Mandela International Day, which is marked every year on 18th July. In his opening remarks, the PGA stated that Mandela's visionary leadership not only brought an end to apartheid, but also continues to resonate and inspire us today, constantly remind us that he, Mandela, stood for them, still stands despite his demise. Mr. Francis highlighted that Madiba's ensuring legacy left an indelible mark around the world and is a testament to the profound positive impact of humanity's good deeds when we opt to be our best of being. Still on the Nelson Mandela's Day, the PJ wrote a letter to member states inviting the diplomatic community to participate in the traditional Nelson Mandela International Day public service activity, which will take place on 18th July, so this Thursday, from 1:30 to 4 p.m. in the on the Randall's Island, or I should say Randall's Island in New York City. The event is co-organized by the New York City Mayor's Office for International Affairs, the UN Department for Global Communications, Office of the President of the General Assembly, of course, the Permanent Mission of South Africa to the UN, and in partnership with the Randall's Park Alliance. And more information on the PJ's website. Last but not least, President Francis recorded a video on the World Youth Skills Day, which is marked today. According to the UN, the world has around 1.2 billion young people, or 16% of the population aged between 15 and 24 years. Mr. Francis believes that their engagement is vital for driving innovation and sustainable solutions. The PJ says that empowering youth is not just a moral imperative, it is a strategic investment in our shared future. On this World Youth Skills Day, he is urging member states, the UN system, and all stakeholders, private sector, civil society, among others, to strengthen efforts in supporting youth. And more on this speech also on our website. So this is everything I have for today. Do you have anything else? How are you, Amélie? Good to see you here. Welcome back.
Thanks, Monica. Sorry if this question was already asked, as I was away for a few weeks. Is there already a provisional list of speakers for high-level week?
Yeah, I have good news for you, and thank you also for your message. In fact, the list was published on Friday by our colleagues in the JCM. So as soon as we finish here, I will send to everybody. So you have, of course, the preliminary list, as we all know. We know the drill every year. Yeah, there will be, of course, this list is subject to changes, but you'll receive, or we send to you the updated list every time it changes. Anything else here or on the screen? If not, I would say have a wonderful lunch this afternoon. I'll see you next week. Thank you. Thanks.